Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're going to take a look at Florges in the Master League Premier Classic Cup here, as we have a team that we already played last season, like last time it was around basically this meta. As we have Florges in the lead here, we have the safe swap of the Snorlax and we have our Excadrill in the back. And this team is amazing. Like, if you want to have a team for next season or something that you want to try out, or like for this season to get some wins, especially as we have 3-time starters right now available, which is really cool. This is definitely a team that I would recommend you, as it's really balanced. You have 2 Pokemon weak, 2 fighting types in the back there, which is okay because there are not a lot of fighting types available. But also you have a Pokemon that really obliterates those fighting types in the lead, or the Florges. You have the access to the, what's it even called, disarming voice or whatever, which is pretty cool. And then you have in the back the Excadrill. The Excadrill gonna be basically countering everything that you don't want to face with the Florges. For example, even if you face a fire type like a Chandelure, you're gonna be able to pretty easily counter this with the with the ground typing of the Excadrill. I think actually a Chandelure might do it in the 2 shields because just like about the insane damage of it, but it doesn't really matter. You have also these Snorlax for that. But here we just finish the opponent with our disarming voice. You definitely want disarming voice instead of, like, for example, Petal Blizzard. Petal Blizzard is something that I also heard like a lot of times in the comment section before, like in the video like 3 months ago. But there are not a lot of options where you really need it, especially as you do some good damage already with the quick moves. Like the ground types that you have, of course, Excadrill would be, I think, the only way where you really would want it. But for example, against Swampert, you already do super effective damage with the Vine Whip quick move there, while you still do enough damage with the Moonblast or the disarming voice anyway, so it doesn't really matter too much. As we have some nice lag here, but it doesn't really matter. We can still at least swap into the right Pokemon. They go into the Metagross and we have our Snorlax as the answer. Again, this team, like, you lose against the what's called the Steel types in the lead, which is like the worst possible lead I think for this team. Or would be another Excadrill, because you have the Excadrill in the back and you would counter them with the Snorlax anyway. But against the Metagross, you have a really decent safe swap there with the Snorlax. Against the, what's it called, the Magnezone, for example, you have also a good safe swap with the Snorlax while having the Excadrill in the back. Like, all of this is fine. As you see here, we can easily handle with that. As we see a B-Rare in the lead, where I'm not really scared of, and we see the Swampert coming in. I actually think I should have swapped already out of here, but I'm not swapping, which is... Oh, no, okay, now I'm swapping, thank God. I was like, okay, please swap. Because, of course, B-Rare is good against our backline, but B-Rare is not good against the lead of us. As my opponent goes for some Hydro Cannons here, we can go for 1 Body Slam, and I think we still should be able to win this matchup. Oh, they actually go for another shield. That's insane. They swap into their Ascav against me, which is interesting to see this. When they swapped it in, I thought it was a Scissor. I don't get to my move here, which is really bad, and at this point it doesn't look too good for us, to be honest. They go for the Acid Spray, but we got the perfect alignment here right now, as we still have our Florges in the back, which should be able to deal with everything he has in the back. We're gonna shield this move up. Oh no, we actually let it go. It's a Hydro Cannon, which does a lot of damage, but we should be able to shield this move up here, as we don't really want to get too low. And it's actually a Sludge Wave, which is something that I didn't really expect. As my opponent goes into the B-Rare, and we just one-shot with 1 Moonblast and farm down the Swampert. Very nice game there from, like, in general, like, a very nice game there for the Florges. Florges completely sweeping there. We see the lead that I meant. Like, sometimes I actually stay in just to generate some extra energy so I can use it later on and then swap out. As my opponent decides to... this happened twice, I think. I was, like, wondering, okay, why do my opponent throw the Rock Slide against my Florges? This is like the common misbelief. Yes, I look like a flower, but I'm actually not a grass type, which is kind of interesting. And I think, like, people were expected to be a grass type, and I was like, okay, at least Rock Slide is neutral. I can swap out there. Yeah, we have grass type moves, but we're not a grass type actually, which is actually kind of like retrospective. I think it's kind of weird that we're not a grass type, but I take it still. Like, it really doesn't make sense that we're not a grass type, to be honest. Here, I really messed that up, as I don't go for my move in time, and they go into their Gyarados, and I don't think there's anything I can do here anymore, at least I think. As we try to go for some rock slides there. Gonna come down to the wire. We get the shield from my opponent. They throw their move. I think we still survive this, but it's still gonna be a tough one to come back from. Yeah, we still survive this. We can go for one Rock Slide, but if they let this go, they don't let this go for whatever reason. We overfarm just so we are close to getting to the next move. We can take one Awkward Tail here. Does he get to another charge move or not? That's the question here. We should have went for one more quick move, I guess. As Disarming Voice gonna come through. Disarming Voice, I think it's a 50 energy move and we can KO him. I think it's actually 45 only, which is way better. But Disarming Voice in general is a really garbage move, to be honest, but it's a good bait move and like has sometimes very nice ways of beating my opponents. We see the Snorlax coming in here as they now have an energy advantage. We have the shield advantage, which is way more important. They have to throw earlier, which is also really good for us, as our superpower gonna be like way better later on when they like have lower attack and defense, which you see here. We can go for one superpower. We're going to be able to get him very low and we can go for one Body Slam. I should have went for the Body Slam first because as you see here, never mind, we still got KO him. Easy peasy as my opponent can go back into their Machamp and we can counter him again with our Florges. We just gonna shield up expecting the Rock Slide. It's only the cross chop as they go into their own Excadrill and now it's looking really bad, to be honest. Especially I think I got the move through there, so maybe be able to see him P-tie there if we if we deny his move here and we deny his move, which is nice. Can we see him P-tie? No, they actually have still one more move, which I don't know how they got it, but they have one more move than me, which is kind of sad. And this point of time, it looks really bad. I don't think we can win this anymore, as this doesn't KO and they get to another move and they go for the Rock Slide again because they think I am a Grass type. Spoiler alert, I am not. And they go for a cross jump here, which gonna allow us to survive with 1 HP in a Dream. We can go for the Disarming Voice, we can win this matchup against the Machamp, and we can farm down the Excadrill with a 1 HP in a Dream. Good game there. If they went for the draw run, we definitely would have lost. Next Excadrill lead, they go into their Dragonite, which just makes sense. I should be able to get one shield maybe from this matchup, that would be very nice. Yeah, like I still have to try to get my Snorlax best buddy, to be honest, but yeah, we will see. Snorlax best buddies is really, really good in the Master Premier Cup, as like you have some more bulk points and break points, but my opponent goes for the Dragon Claw here, which barely doesn't KO me, and I can get to one Body Slam, which should get the shield from my opponent. And now here's the thing with Dragonite. They don't do damage against me, and if they don't go for the Hurricane, which I think they go for it here, yeah, I can just shield up, but I can just generate so much energy with both of my Pokemon, and now here's like kinda in a weird spot as both my Excadrill as well as my Florges has a lot of energy. We see P-tie here, so whoever wins the next CMP-tie gonna win this matchup as well, as it's gonna be not us as they swap into their Metagross for whatever reason, which allows us to farm up extra and they just surrender here. A very interesting swap there. I don't know what they wanted to catch, but a good catch by my opponent, as we see the worst possible lead there. I mean, not the worst possible lead, but one of the worst leads with the Metagross. It's the worst possible matchup for the Florges, I think, but it's still good for my backline as we get out the Dragonite here, which we can go for some nice Body Slams, and this Body Slam gonna put him very low. Can we get to another Body Slam again? No, they throw their moves in time, as we're still gonna be able to generate so much energy with the Florges. We can just let it go. And do they want to swap out? They want to swap out into their Mamoswine, and for me this is my best matchup. I'm just gonna let this go. Let's see how much it's gonna do. We're actually gonna be able to survive this pretty easily, as we can go for the Disarming Voice. We get the shield from my opponent. We can get to a Moonblast here in time as well, and if they shield this, we can swap out. They do shield this, we swap out into our Excadrill. We can shield everything here, and we know that they have the Metagross in the back, and we know that one Drill Run gonna be enough to KO this thing. And this should be a good game at this point of time, unless they can farm you or whatever. They go into their Dragonite here, which is even better for me, as as they actually just give me more farm for whatever reason. We're gonna easily able to win this game now, definitely. So good game there. We can shield this up and we can farm down the Dragonite with our Mud Shots, which is funny because it's double resisted and a bad move, but we still do damage, which is all we need. And we see the Excadrill in the lead again, very bad for us, as we swap out into our Snorlax. They can just go straight for the Drill Run, there's nothing they have to wait for, and they got me pretty low while they swap out into their own Gyarados, which is fine for me, as we can avoid this with our Excadrill. And the Excadrill should have 0 energy at this point of time. We go for one Body Slam, this Body Slam gonna do some damage. We do not get to 3 Body Slams, I think, so This is not the best. We try to swap out. No, we actually have another Body Slam stored, which might come in clutch later on. But weird that I swapped out there when I know that I get hard countered by the other Pokemon anyway. But we can just farm all the way down. They can go for the Awkward Tail. And they are not swapping out, so we can go for one Moonblast against... Oh, he has 2 Steel types, so it doesn't really matter where I went with my Florges. So in the end of, at the end of the day, this was a very smart play by me, which seems weird as we can get the shield there, but I know that my Excadrill has to carry me here anyway. And we see the Earth Ray coming through there. They swap into their own Excadrill. We should be able to outspam them, and this looks pretty decent for us as they deny me here, of course, but we should get to another move in time. We still have one move stored with our Snorlax, which gonna be the Body Slam, which can still do some damage at the end, but we can KO the Excadrill and we should be able to get to another move, but my opponent decides to surrender before that. We see another Excadrill in the lead. Excadrill lead seems to be very common as we see one with a Mud Slap. Something that's actually interesting and I kind of want to look into because it's not that bad. Like you think, okay, wow, boy, what's the point for that? But it actually can farm down, for example, other Excadrills and 2 shields. Of course, you don't get to the charge moves as fast, but I think it has some funny potential. So we're gonna go for the shield here against him as well. And they swap into their Sylveon and I swap into the wrong Pokemon, which is amazing. Placed by me, of course. This is how you're supposed to do it. Always swap into the wrong Pokemon. Because like this is really bad. But it's fine, because we can also still take advantage of this horrible scenario as we can just go into our Excadrill and we can farm them all the way down, but we still have to throw because I am scared of a one Psyshock. I don't want to get too low here as they go into their own Excadrill, as we can go for one more Drill Run. And we just sweeping my opponent in the back. There is a Milotic, and I really misplay this game, to be honest, which really makes me sad. I should have swapped after this move here because I don't get to another Drill Run, and now it's gonna be a little bit of a toughie as we still have to get to 2 moves with our Snorlax, but I think we should be able to do this here with the Body Slam spam here, and we're gonna be able to win this game as well. This team is like literally amazing. It's like such a good team. Like if you want to get some extra starters right now, definitely try this team. Gyarados lead really good for us. Sadly, it's a waterfall, which makes it not really that good for us anymore. Gyarados has a lot of HP and bulk anyway, so it's like it's gonna take the moves pretty easily. We go for one Moonblast, they gonna shield up, we go into our Snorlax because it's a better matchup for us. They go into their Beware, which gonna be a tough one as we just want them to throw first. I should shield the first one here. I was actually wanting to shield, but I was just too slow on the button at the end. Like I definitely wanted to shield the first one, but I was like, okay, was too much thinking about it. But we're still gonna be able to win this match up here real quick. As they go back into the Gyarados, we can go for one more Body Slam there, and I get him very low, which is fine, and we're gonna shield this move up, I think, because we need to get the last shield from him. And he has a Togekiss in the back, and I don't think there's a way where we can win this, but they actually shield this, which is amazing for us. So we have our Excadrill now, and we can farm a lot of energy here. As long as we can get to 2 more Rock Slides, we're gonna be able to win this game pretty easily, and I think we're gonna be able to do this as we win CMP easily against the Gyarados. We can just go for a Rock Slide here against this Togekiss, and this Togekiss definitely gonna go down from this one. And the Rock Slide comes through and we win CMP easily. Even if he had a move, there was nothing he can do there. Good game to my opponent. Very nice that he shielded the Moonblast, otherwise it would have been a little bit more of a problem because like I needed the shield gone. They have a very good lead for me, but I'm gonna stay in a little bit, just do some extra damage against the Snorlax. When we swap into our own Snorlax, we have now basically double the health than he has. Of course, he has some energy, he goes to the Body Slam, but he is in the spot where he has to throw first, which is really nice for me. And he goes for another Body Slam. I was like, I should be able to already superpower him and win the matchup, right? Wrong. He does too much damage here, sadly. But as long as we can realign, I'm fine. They go into their Garchomp, which is amazing for me, as we can go for one more Body Slam and just swap out. And now we have the Florges, which just can go for one Disarming Voice, which should be able to get the shield already, which we do. And they have Dragon Tail as a quick move. We just go shield in case it's an Earth Power, and it is an Earth Power. Even if he shields the next move and he gets to his next Earth Power in time, we are fine. They do shield and they go for another move. Here is the Earth Power. It is the Earth Power. We have still our Excadrill here, which is gonna be able to get some extra energy as well. But they swap into their Gyarados, which we have to KO with the Excadrill anyway. So I'm fine with this. as we go for another Rock Slide, and this Rock Slide gonna be able to KO this Gyarados. Gonna come down to the wire. What does he have in the back? He goes into the Snorlax. We can farm all the way down, and we can just go for one drill run, winning us this game as well. Amazing game there from the Excadrill. Again, Excadrill is such a good closer. Not gonna lie, best Pokemon there, definitely. We see a Chandelure, and we saw it at the same time, which is really annoying because I would have been able to align my Snorlax later on against the Chandelure and have my Excadrill aligned against the Togekiss, but of course we don't. And they go for the move very fast here, so it was only an Ancient Power. And we definitely get to 2 more moves here with our Snorlax, which is amazing, as we get the first shield from my opponent, and we can go for another move here. As we get him very, very low. He still wins the matchup, but we can farm down with our little flower here. As we're gonna swap out now into the Excadrill, I think. No, we actually swap out later. We swap out now, and they go into the Wall Rain, which makes it all a little bit weird. And I don't know how we're gonna win this. We have to go for the Rock Slide here. They have to shield it up, so it's gonna be a little bit of a tough one. I have to leave this matchup with one extra energy, like one extra move here over the Rock Slide, because otherwise I'm not going to be able to get to another drill run in time before they can go for a Flame Charge. So I have to overfarm a little bit, but we can do this, and we should be able to get to the drill run in time at the end. Thanks all for watching. See you in the next video. Have a great rest of your day, and bye.